If you're a real estate agent earning $200,000 a year and you want to grow your passive income, this show is for you. Learn secrets other agents use and hear from experts in our field who will guide you on your journey to investing in assets like apartment communities so you can take your commissions and turn them into cash flow. Here's your host, Randal. Let's dive in.
All right, welcome back. Happy Friday. It's good to be here. I am excited to be back and talking to you guys. I was on a ski trip last week, and so just got back in town, and we are kicking off some more of a series that we're going to go through, talking about real estate, talking about who we have on. So I've got a great interview coming up on Monday with Ian Horowitz. He's a self-storage expert. The guy has a ton of experience, and I had a conversation with him recently, and so I'm excited for you to hear that, learn a little bit about the storage space, why he chose that certain asset class, his experience with multifamily, single family, and how he's leveled up and gone ex-firefighter and started investing as a firefighter. So great story. That's on Monday coming out. And then after that, we've got another great episode with an industrial guy. His name's Joel Friedland out of the Chicago market. Great conversation that we had. Again, a ton of experience. It's really good to just see what some operators are doing out in the field. Joel's an experienced broker. He'd done a ton of brokerage business, over 2,000 transactions, and worked for family offices. So he's got so much experience that it was hard to get that conversation over in just an hour. I know we were pressed for time on that. Stay tuned for that. Those are two things coming up. What I want to talk to you about today is what we have going on and give you an update on this small property that we are buying. It's a 24 unit here in San Antonio. It's a multifamily property. Again, just want to touch on the high level of the process so that you are along for the ride and you understand some of the things that you have to go through when you are working. Currently, we are in the loan approval process. So we contracted it in December and we had 30 days due diligence. We had a 20-day extension to extend that due diligence period. We did that. We've gotten through that period, and now we're at the point where our money's gone hard and we have had to negotiate all of the things that have been deferred maintenance on the property. I have come to find out that this property is actually being short saled by the lender or by the investment group. And so I've actually been dealing and negotiating with two different parties. One party knows something about the property. The other party doesn't. One party will provide one set of books. The other party will provide a different set. And it's been an interesting deal just to see how a small 24 unit deal on a short sale is being handled. So the latest and greatest in our world. We've re-underwritten it a bunch of times just to make sure that once you find out a new piece of information, how much the taxes are going to be, how much the interest is going to be, what we think we're going to do as far as reducing some expenses that they currently have, how we're going to manage it compared to what they are currently doing to manage the property. You get to re-underwrite the deal. And so the deal looks great, still looks good. We've renegotiated to get the price lower based on some sewer repairs that need to be done. When you're going through this, it's retrading. We didn't want to retrade this entire deal. We didn't want to lose the deal. It's a solid deal, less than $50,000 a door in San Antonio. We can increase the rents, and it's going to be a solid little property that we're buying. Again, where we are now, we're through the due diligence. We are money hard, and now we're waiting for the appraisal to come back so that we can get the loan finalized and closed. Rates seem to be hovering around sub 7 for a bank loan. And overall, the deal, everything is lining up the way it should line up for this type of property. So that's when you're looking at one of these deals, trying to close one of these deals, spend 30 plus 20 plus another 30 to close. So that's a total of 80 days from contract to close. And so we're in the final stage, and I'll keep you guys posted on how that's going. We're excited to buy it and start operating it. I'm going to continue to push out some of the highlights and updates on this channel so that if you're curious how the operations are going, then we're going to go through some of those numbers as well and really just use this property as a test case for anyone who wants to follow along and see exactly what's happening. As always, if you're getting something out of the show, please go on, rate and review. Helps us a ton. Bring on some of the great guests that we are bringing on and some of the people that we're interviewing. We have our Ramp Capital Fund 1 is up and running. That link is going to be in the show notes. So if you're curious about that, we have revamped. We are closing on, I think, our first property maybe tomorrow. And we have several others that are lined up in that fund. You can earn up to 10% interest on your money. It's a very simple deal to understand. If you have questions, just reach out to me. It's podcast at agentsbuildingcashflow.com, and I'll get your information. There's also on the link below, if you want to chat with me, you can just go on the chat. That's a text message that actually comes direct to me. So if you're trying to text me, that's a little hack that you guys can have on reaching out to me. So yeah, I hope you guys are having a great day and enjoy your weekend, and we will catch up with you next week.
Surprisingly, most of the agents we speak with got into real estate hoping to gain passive income and become work optional. However, only 1 in 5 ever start investing. Most are simply too afraid to start. Once you get educated by listening to this show, you'll be able to overcome that fear and become the 1 in 5 who are finding financial freedom. Don't miss a single episode. If you want to stay up to date, the best way is to make sure you're subscribed. So if you haven't done that, go ahead and do it now. And we'll catch you on the next episode.